Hello my dudes, welcome back to Skyblock, all the mods 9 to the sky. This episode, what we're going to be looking into is lava power. I read through the comment section and you guys are right, it's vastly superior to air power. Or windmill power? Sure, wind power, but don't tell Ang. Now as promised, I've done a little bit of building, so let's take a look at what we've achieved between episodes. Now, number one, we wanted to expand the mechanism lab. Now, this has got a decent footprint, but what I wanted to do is give it some verticality. We're building upwards. We want a nice, big, massive lab building that overlooks the rest of the skyblock. It took a lot of materials, a lot of scaffolding, and I've used connected blue glass to do the windows. But without a jetpack, I'm kind of limited in what I can do. This is enough room for us to move things over, but if we want to move on to lava power, we're going to need a building fit for purpose. So the tall tower on the mechanism lab is going to be an elevator, and that's going to connect also to this building we have over here on the left. This is going to be our lava generating power station. And to make this thing look the part, I've themed up the color of the glass, basically at gradients from yellow to orange to red, just like a real flame. And I've continued that effect on the glass throughout the entire building with, if I do say so myself, a pretty cool looking pixel art flame on this, the biggest window. This is the perfect place to generate some lava power. So lava power, let's start from the start. To get going, I'm going to put down a double chest here, empty my backpack. It's always good to have a nice clean backpack to go into an episode with. We'll need a configurator, maybe the ore hammer, and I don't know, take the wood, but leave the rest because we can come back for this later on. So let's take a look over here at our crushers, our auto sieves. What kind of materials have we gotten while we've been building? Oh yeah, now it took me a long time to build, which means we've generated a lot of materials. However, we are running out of room here. There's a pretty cool trick that you guys talked about in the comment section where you can auto compact the iron ore chunks. That way we can get them over to the mechanism ore processing as ore block form, and that's a good way of processing the ore. For now though, we're going to take out the important things we're going to need, like iron is always useful, maybe a bit of gold, and we can start getting this processed. There we go, 40 iron ore blocks, and how much gold are we going to get out of this? 21. This of course, through the ore processing facility we have, becomes 3 times as much, so we'll just chuck the iron ore in here. Well, what we could do is we need a hopper chest above this to kind of feed into this system. Yeah, that's a good idea. So an item pipe, I've got my wrench, I've got the wood for a chest. Whoa, oh right, oh you can make 4 chests with just logs around the edge, didn't know that, pretty cool. And again, this is going to connect to the glass and look a bit ugly. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh great, cool. But this isn't a permanent solution, it's just for now. Put the item pipe here, make sure it's sucking, and then we can put the ore in here, and it should go through the system. So let's talk about lava power. We're here in the Powah, with an H, quest log, and it's a weirdly set out kind of quest chain. It's, yeah, it's very weird. But basically what we want to do is get a thermo generator. Now, power generators kind of slowly upgrade with the Powah Mod. So we want the best thermo generation we can possibly get. We're going to skip tiny and go straight to basic because I think we have the materials for that. Basic capacitors and whatnot. I think that's possible. So we'll put starter and basic over here on the left. So what do you need for a basic one? Thermo plate, blaze powder, redstone dust, tiny capacitors, which are redstone, dielectric paste, iron. Okay, well we've got kind of all of this stuff, but the weird thing that I've never heard of is dielectric paste. Oh, but looks like it's not too tricky to make. Some lava buckets, or even blaze powder, clay balls, and coal. So I'm glad I didn't turn all of my clay into terracotta, because we're going to need that for this dielectric paste. Aha, there it is in my backpack. Loads and loads of clay, like I said. This is going to turn into dielectric paste nice and easily. And we're also going to need some of this blaze powder. It's really lucky that you can sieve blaze powder because otherwise we would be very, very stuck. And here it is, dielectric paste, so we can use the coal, the clay balls. Whoa, actually that's a really good conversion rate. So you get 16 from just this small craft. If you use lava you get even more, but clay is kind of what we're lacking, so I reckon this is the one for us. So coal at the top, clay on the left there, blaze powder over there. And we'll make, I think, probably 3 stacks of this, because we're going to be doing a lot of power generation. And I think, honestly, off the bat, we can probably start making this. You need dielectric rods, vertical and horizontal. So we'll need some iron bars, which is why it's lucky we've got these over here. Stack of iron bars, lovely stuff. We're also going to need some blocks of redstone. Oh man, yeah. Blocks of redstone. It's a good thing we generate loads of redstone now, because this could be a tricky thing. And you can't make a basic thermo generator without making a starter one first, so we might as well start there. We'll need some basic capacitors, dielectric casing, which is these rods, like that. So I guess it's like vertical and horizontal. I foresee us needing a lot of these, so I'll make 32 of each. Great stuff. Then basic capacitors become smaller, tiny capacitors. That's fine. We'll need 3 thermo plates. 1, 2. Missing some redstone. Any more in here? Oh yeah, 2. Luckily, we're running out of redstone. Oh man. We need to speed up this system so we can get loads more redstone. But there we go, 3 thermo plates, and I think we're kind of almost there now. Just the dielectric casing, like that, and we have a starter thermo generator, boom. Now, can we upgrade this to a basic one? Let's take a look. Well, we're gonna need more redstone, which means more thermo plates. So for now, we're going to use the starter one that we've made to see if the system works. Once we know it works, we can replace the starter one with a basic one. No sweat. Oh man, lava power. This is going to be amazing. I'm really excited at the prospect of how much power this is going to generate. Now, power is the bottleneck for us. There are upgrades that we can put inside the crushers and the sieves and the hammerers, but they're going to mean the system draws more power, and without that power, we're just going to flounder. So the quest says there's currently only 3 blocks you can place underneath the thermo generator for it to use as heat. It's a magma block, which is the worst. We don't want to bother with that. A lava source block, which we could do. We have that stuff. That could be cool. But the block of blazing crystal, that's where the real money is. So how do we make a block of blazing crystal? Is it tough? Oh, okay, so we need to get into energizing for this. So a block of blazing crystal is something for down the line. That means we're gonna need lava, so it's time to put down those crucibles. I dug them up because they were in the way of our awesome looking lava factory. We'll put them in the back over here for now, just so we can generate some lava on the fly. Oh no, wait, look at this. We found some more redstone in these chests. This is why we need a computer system. So I think with this much redstone, we can probably go to a basic from a starter. We need to make 2 of these. 1, 2. That's 2 thermo plates. Now all we're missing is 1 iron ingot, 1 dielectric casing. So where's the iron at? We had some somewhere. It's got to be around. No. So I've moved over all of our metallurgic infusers. There's an item frame above here, and that's what we're going to use to show what we actually make in this system. So boom, 1 steel ingot. We'll go over here, put this in the item frame, and now you know. This system over here is how we generate steel. You put iron in here, and steel comes out the end. Yeah? Yeah, we know that. Full of carbon, good to go. So we have everything now, a basic thermo generator, just a dielectric casing. That's not an issue. Boom, basic. Yeah, and this should be a lot better than the other one. This generates 80 Fe per tick. The previous one only generates 40. Wow, so this is twice as good. So we want to put our porcelain crucibles. We're just going to hide them at the back over here for now. I hope this isn't too close to the wooden stairs that are through this wall. It might be. If we start a fire, we can worry about that if it happens. But for now, we're just going to leave this here. So we put the porcelain crucibles along the back there. we are going to have to just generate some lava to begin with over here. So there we go, at 3 times speed. This is just going to cook up some cobblestone, get us some lava. So basically, we're going to park these thermogenerators on top of lava. Which means we want to get buckets and buckets of it and spread it all across the back wall, and maybe along the middle as well. We'll spread loads of these thermogenerators above them, but we are going to need to filter water into this thing as well. So a kitchen sink, and this is where that clay is going to come in handy. We're again going to need 5 of these. Is it a block of 4 that makes a clay block? Yeah, there we go. Bam, bam, bam. 5 clay blocks. Park that in this furnace over here, take the steel out, and just make use of this dump chest. So bam, a kitchen sink. We'll need some water pipes as well. I think we made some mechanism pipes, didn't we? Some mechanism mechanical pipes. That'll work. They'll do the job. The configurator as well. So let's get to it, my friends. We're going to plonk... Where are we going to plonk these generators? So I like the idea of these being raised up a bit, and we pipe the water in the no, wait, not the bottom, because that's where the lava's going to be. I guess we park the water in the side. So we're going to need some more polished diorite. If I can go and find some, go and make some with some pebbles, and we'll make a bit of a basin for the lava. The basin's going to hold the lava, the generators go on top, water goes into the generator, and power comes out. Very simple. So clicking for pebbles, here we go. It always comes back to clicking for pebbles. There's got to be a better way of getting diorite, and I feel like, yeah, I find myself just sitting here like this for an hour after every session just to get enough pebbles for diorite to do some building. It's worth it in the long run, but oh man, does it take some time. Maybe I need to start building things out of cobblestone instead. Oh, perish the thought. So there we go, a nice big basin for our lava. I could have made this into diorite stairs. That might have looked a little bit cooler, but I think this is still going to look pretty good. So we put the sink at the back, and we're going to feed the water along behind it. Oh, ran out of pipes, but I think, yeah, this is ambitious anyway. We're going to need a lot of lava generators for this to work. So we put the thermo generator now here. We'll put it one away from the sink, just for neatness' sake. And let's take a look at this interface. So there's no fluid in here yet. We can fix that with the configurator. Suck it up. There we go, full of coolant, which is water in this instance. And now we need to fill this basin with lava. Now, I'm not sure if it needs to be a source block. I think the game did say it's got to be a source block. It can't just be flowing lava. That's fine. We've got the buckets. We can make that happen. So let's take a look. Yeah, it says it's generating 80 Fe per tick. And whoa, no, actually it's not. When you look at how much is going into this battery compared to how much the wind generator makes, this is actually vastly superior. And can you imagine a whole battery of these thermo generators along here with this lava trench? Even better, we can upgrade the thermo generator, maybe to a higher level one, to like one of the other extra power ones. Yeah, hardened. Why did we stop at basic? Let's see if we can go to hardened thermo generation. So to make a thermo generator hardened, we need to do 2 different things. A hardened capacitor, which uses energized steel, and we also, if we go back a couple, need to get energized steel itself. So that's the question really, how do we get energized steel? Now if I remember rightly, Powah is all about like using a weird little multi-block structure. You have an energizing orb in the middle, surrounded by these energizing rods, and it puts power plus some items to make a special thing. We're going to need this down the line anyway, because guess what? It's also used to make the block of blazing crystal. Check it out. You use blaze mesh with one of these setups to inject it with power. Now, the better energizing rod you use, the more power goes through it, so you can make these things a little bit quicker. So we're going to need some energizing rods and some energizing orbs. It's not too bad. These just basically use more of the same stuff we've used to make the thermo generator. So it's just like casing, basic capacitors, dielectric rods, And some nether quartz. Ooh, now nether quartz could be where we trip up. Oh, we could be in trouble here. How do we get nether quartz? So we do sieve it, but it's a case of sieving netherrack. Or soul sand. Okay, so this is where things are getting a little bit different. How do we get soul sand? We can use some Ars Nouveau stuff. Ah, no, this is where we are, right. So this is why we made a bucket of witch water before. We can use witch water plus sand to get a whole bunch of soul sand. Ooh. But the amount of soul sand we're going to need to sieve up some nether quartz is going to be a lot. So I'm not sure if this is going to be feasible unless we can find a way to automate generating witch water. Oh no, look at this. So witch water is obtained by putting water on a barrel on top of mycelium. Okay, yeah, cool. So that's what we did over in the house. We've got some witch water brewing up there. We can just expand that out. Because if memory serves, mycelium is kind of like grass. It spreads if we put dirt next to it. But this is where things are starting to get a little bit more complicated. So where are we going to put our witch water setup? Well, I feel like witch water generation, it's kind of nature-based. So what I want to do is build a platform underneath this little forest we have here, where we can plant mycelium all the way across. Have loads and loads of barrels, feed into them with another sink that generates water, and then we should get a whole bunch of witch water that we can automatically scoop up. Let's build the platform underneath this little forest we have here. Shouldn't be too hard. I hope I don't lose this dirt. Oh no, I lost the dirt, that's okay. So we should be able to... Ooh, how do we do this? Oh, you know what? Okay, so we can't build a platform underneath this without a whole bunch of trickery, or what we can do is make some use of our mechanism setup now. We've got hydrogen being gathered but not used, so let's make ourselves a mechanism jetpack. It's going to help me with the building massively and mean I can actually finally finish this mechanism lab, because this thing's going to be big and beautiful. It's getting very complex in here, but yeah, a jetpack is not too hard to make at all. In fact, we have all of these bits. We'll need some tin, which I hope we're getting from our sieves. Let's go and find out. Time for toast. It's always time for toast. Man, so if you watched this far into the episode, thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying this show. Let me know what your favorite thing is to put on toast, because my toast is a bit bland. Are you a fan of marmalade? Are you a fan of Marmite? Perish the thought. Maybe, or can you imagine some chocolate spread? Some peanut butter and jelly? Or jam, as we say in England? Let me know what your favorite thing is to put on toast, and I'll heart and like the comment. But here we go, yeah, we're in luck. Tin ore chunks are made from the sieve, and we've got a whole bunch of them. So there we go, 5 tin ingots, that should be fine. We're also going to need a couple of other things we've got lying around to make this stuff. We'll need some redstone for sure, probably some osmium because it's used for everything. Likely wood. Probably glass as well. Where's my glass at? Maybe I make some from this sand. So a jetpack. First thing, we need a basic chemical tank, so it's one of these redstone blocks into regular redstone to make ourselves a basic chemical tank. It's a tank for chemicals. This is where the jetpack stores the hydrogen, and looks like it's a quest as well. That's good news for us. Then we need steel. Now I definitely have steel around here somewhere. Don't know where I put it, because again, we don't have a computer system and that's really rustling my jimmies, but it's something we're gonna do, don't worry. Power is a bit more important for now. Oh yes, flight, jetpack, yes! Now we're gonna need another chemical tank, I think, because basically we want a place to store this hydrogen rather than dumping it into the atmosphere. At the moment, it's being made by this electrolytic separator. We can put it right here, and as long as it's auto-ejecting to the left... Yeah, there we go, hydrogen. It's not going quickly. This is a very slow process, but it's something at least. But yeah, slipping our jetpack in here is going to keep it fully stocked with hydrogen. For now though, oh, I'm a bit worried. We might run out of jetpack power as we're floating around. Oh, pretty cool though, look at this. Oh yeah, we have flight, baby. Now you can look in the bottom left to see exactly how much hydrogen we're using, and oh, it's going down worryingly quick. So we're going to be as quick as we can about building this platform. Dig this up like you do, get the cobblestone out, and let's go. Okay, oh, so it's there, 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 and there. That'll do for us. Then we'll put down this block here, and we're done. Boom, that's it. That's all we wanted to do. Now we can just float around the edge and put down this cobblestone pretty simply. There we go, a nice big platform, and temporarily we're going to need a way to get up to the next floor as well. So that's where ladders come in handy. We've got a jetpack, but you know, we don't want to have to waste that all the time. Ladders are pretty simple, just sticks. I have to check because sometimes mods change that. But there we go, 6 ladders, and up we go. Amazing, now it's time to start thinking about getting loads and loads of dirt to start sieving, because we're going to need some mycelial seeds, and we need to put the seeds, I think, on dirt to turn it into mycelium. That's why we're going to make a whole bunch more oak barrels. Rads did a great job before, thank you very much, but I think one of his big problems is he didn't have enough barrels going on. So if we can make some more oak barrels, that'll really help. So we'll dig up these barrels for now. They've served a good purpose, but you know what, lads, it's time to go. We're going to use this cobblestone block and just go around the edge. Now I feel like there's probably a way to automate this, but for now we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. Clear my backpack and let's go make some dirt. Gathering seeds is the simplest of the simples. We can just ulti-mine up a bunch of seeds, spam crouch, and do it again. It's so quick, so easy. Just be careful you don't turn on sticky keys. In fact, no, do you know what? I'm not going to do this. I want to automate this. This is a skyblock. There's no reason we should be doing anything manually. So let's have another think about this. We're going to dig up these barrels and put them down a little bit more strategically. There we go, 6 barrels in a row. Now we're going to make a chest over here, if I can find my wood. Where's my wood at? We're going to need item pipes. We've got the pipe wrench, some wood for a basic chest to get going with. So what we want to do now is put seeds into these barrels automatically if we can. So we're going to put a chest at the back here, then item pipes all along the back. No sweat. Use the pipe wrench to make sure this sucks. Puts them in the right chests. Obviously it won't put it in this chest. And now let's see how quick this is. We're going to put seeds over here. I mean, yeah, it works. Look at this. So we can just stand here, put seeds in, and just right click to get the dirt out when it's done. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. And when these fill up, boom, boom. But again, I love automation. Maybe there's an even better way of doing this. What if we put a chest over here, item pipes along the front like this, set these to suck. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, we just automated dirt production. Yes! And so now all we need to do is put seeds in this chest, and we're gonna get renewable dirt. Oh, amazing! Revolutionary. So this is a great way of automating dirt. Should have set this up rather than watch rads put seeds into a barrel over and over and over again. It's just that simple. If you know what you're doing in modded Minecraft, you can make a manual task automatic with just a few materials. So we want loads of dirt for a couple of reasons. Number one is, we want to build a platform of dirt to make the mycelial platform. Number two, though, we want to sieve some dirt for a mycelial seed. That's a pretty important piece of kit. So let's go and set up a couple of sieves, see if we can gather some of this manually. There we go, a quick and dirty sieve setup. Hover over here, use ulti-mine. Let's sieve some dirt, get some mycelial seeds. So I'm going to gather some more seeds, wait for us to get some more dirt, and we can turn the cobblestone down in that platform below. This forest into a dirty platform where we can put some mycelial spores. We only need a couple because it will spread. Okay, so the moment of truth. Most of this is, well, I'm a bit worried that this is exposed to the sun, but I think because it's not vertical sun, we're okay. We're going to put a mycelial spore right in the middle. What I'm going to do now is we're going to put a sink here, have a barrel on the mycelium. The sink is going to pipe in water. We're going to have a crusher and a cobble gen that pipes in sand. Man, how did this episode get about making witch water from lava power? I don't know, but we're going to storm through this and get it done. So here we go, the finished setup. This is a lot of machines, but again, why not automate things? We have here cobblestone. Underneath this thermo generator, another one of these, we have some lava. The lava is powering the thermo generator. Water is going to go into that to make some power. Yeah, great. The power is going to feed these two crushers. Crusher number 1 turns cobble into gravel. Crusher number 2 turns gravel into sand. Then the sand gets pulled down here into the barrel. Then out front, we're going to pipe the witch water. Oh look, it does spread. Oh, thank God. So it's very, very, very slow, but mycelium does actually spread. That's great news. We can leave this, come back, hopefully have a platform full of mycelium. We can have loads more of these oak barrels to speed up witch water production, but for now, this will do. So an item pipe here to take the cobble into the crusher. Does this work? Yeah, it goes in. Great stuff. This auto ejects to the right as gravel. Then this turns gravel into sand. Auto ejects out the front, which is going to be the output. Correct? And it goes into the barrel. Cool. Oh no, I've just remembered. I didn't put any torches down here on this platform underneath. I hope we haven't had monsters appear. No. Okay, we're in luck, but note to self, light this area up. So we want mechanical pipes that come out of here. Oh, whoops. Come down here and put water into this barrel. Use the configurator and set this to suck. Now if we can give these other machines a bit of power, I think we're going to be good. Yeah, that pipe lighting up shows power is going through this stuff. We'll set this pipe to suck. And in it goes. Yes, we have the soul sand. Perfect. So now, with a chest out front, we can start collecting soul sand. Oh, this is great. This is automation at its finest. There's one soul sand. So yeah, basically water goes in here. And oh, look, we're getting mushrooms as well. That's nice. So the water slowly turns in to witch water. It's not very quick, but the sand doesn't get put into it until it becomes witch water. And then we do get the soul sand. Oh, yes! So with more barrels, a bit of a better setup for the water over here, we can make loads more of this, speed this thing up. But it's a pretty okay rate. All we want at the moment is a few nether quartz. So I'm going to leave this on to brew, make myself a cup of coffee, and we'll come back and see how much soul sand we've gathered. Okay, yeah, so it's taking a little bit of time. I made myself a coffee, it's delicious, but we're not really getting enough soul sand quick enough. We'll take what we've got, put it through the sieve, because we might get lucky, might get loads and loads of quartz, but I'm not feeling like we will. Shove it through this flint mesh that we could actually upgrade into iron mesh. Let's take a look. So quartz. A flint mesh is 9% and iron mesh is 11%. So you know what, we have iron, it's worth upgrading this mesh. Dig up these sieves, get the meshes, and let's do it. So we've got some sieves, we've got some iron meshes. I've only got 5, so we're only going to do 5. That sounds fine. We haven't really got enough soul sand to worry about that. In fact, 10 is divisible by 5, so that's perfect for us. And did we get lucky? Wow, yeah, 3 quartz. So the next steps with power generation, we want to try and get some energized steel, which means we need to put some things over here on the left. I'm going to do an @power to show us the important things we're going to need. So we need energized rods. That's very important. Starter is fine for us. And then an energizing orb. So we want to do our energizing upstairs, which means feeding basic universal cable from the top of this up to the next floor. Because it's also much nicer and prettier upstairs as well. I want to do some stuff up there. Looking good. We'll take the stairs, or we can actually just jetpack up. Oh no, there's windows everywhere. So yeah, the power's going to come up here, and we can set up our power energizing setup on this floor. Let's go and make the bits we need. So we make the energizing orb, dielectric casing. We've got the stuff for that. That should be good to go. Yeah, boom, energizing orb. This basically goes in the middle, then you surround it by energizing rods. Now, I'm not sure if one will work. I think only one is all you need. And the more you get, the more efficient it is. But we'll make one, see if it works. Boom. And this is used in energizing to make, let's find the energizing steel. There it is. So you combine this gold and iron energizing steel. So if we put down the energizing orb on here, yep, it's getting power, I believe. Is it getting power? That doesn't look like it's hooked up, but I think it probably should be. Then we'll put down the energizing rod next to it. It might be that you actually do need the special... Wait, what? No, that's not what you want. Yeah, you might act... Ooh! Almost killed myself in lava there. Thank God for the jetpack. It might be that we need the special power cables for this to work. Can we plug it on top of cable like that? No, that works. Look at that. It's very ugly, but it works in theory. So, gold and iron is what's used to make energizing steel. Yes, look at this. So it is working very, very, very slowly, but it only requires 10,000 FE, and we get the energizing steel. Oh, amazing. Again, we can automate this, but so far so good. This is going to be a way for us to get the next tier of the power generation going. Oh, this is an exciting moment. Now remind me, what do we need this energizing steel for? Looks like 1 gold ingot and 1 iron ingot gets you 2 steel. That's a good conversion rate. So we go from basic now to hardened thermo generator. We'll need hardened capacitors, which need 4 steel, basic capacitors, dielectric paste to make the hardened capacitors. Okay, that's not too bad. I actually think we can do this. There's the thermo generator basic. This is used to make, here we go, the hardened. So now we need 1 more thermo plate. 1 more dielectric casing. And, oh yeah, here we go, amazing. Now, this generates 150 FE per tick. So we can add this over here to our battery, and yeah, oh my god. So we're gonna make loads and loads and loads of power with this setup. I'm gonna basically spend a while gathering the material so I can basically make all of these thermo generators hardened. Once we have more of these power generators, we can pipe the power over to our mechanism lab, and as an early way of getting renewable power, this is going to be amazing. And I think what this is going to do is be able to power us all the way up until we get a fission reactor. Also, it means we can start upgrading our machines with upgrades to make the whole processes quicker. Quicker sieving means more materials, means more power generation. So my dudes, a massive thank you for watching this episode. We've made an insane amount of progress this episode. We've got lava generation down to a T with hardened power generators from the Powah Mod. We worked out how we do energizing with Powah Mod, and that's going to open up loads for us in future as we upgrade our power systems. We've also made a jetpack so I can fly around now. That's going to make building buildings so much easier. Also, excitingly, we worked out how to automate dirt generation, and we've used mycelium to automate soul sand generation. Now, I've realized this area out the front that we have here is not going to be big enough for all of the sieving we're going to need to do. I'm going to have to set up a massive sieving factory that we can use to sieve on a grand scale, but that's for another episode down the line. I think next time what I want to try and do, now that we've got power and now that we've got ore processing, is start looking into computing. We need a way to store all of our stuff so we don't have to worry about all of these chests everywhere. They're a nightmare. So a massive thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Let me know what you like on toast. And until next time, take care.